Good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. I popped up to Dameral's again. They're the only people who've got demos, unfortunately. But I've got another Honda Beauty. This is an upgraded model. It's one that's been around a while. It's the old, the venerable NC750X, fabulous bike, but there's a few upgrades. This is a full 2025 model. If you're interested in the 2025 model NC750X, you stick around. Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. It's a bit windy. It's freezing in the shade, beautiful in the sun. Now have a look. There's my beautiful clean NT and this rather dirty Honda. Look at it. Hey, can't wait. New colour, slightly new design, new braking setup, better screen, better dash, and we've also got improved DCT. What more can you want? NC750X. Let's go for a ride. Unfortunately, this gets dubbed as a beginner bike or a learner bike or a commuter bike, and it's a shame really because it is a good bike. Okay, so what we in? Standard mode. Let's have a go. Immediately after getting off my NT, it feels quite dinky, quite small. Fairly quiet engine note. The cutaway in the tank's a little bit low for my long legs. I would need a higher seat probably, but it's a comfortable place to be. Of course, like I said, DCT, so you haven't got to worry about clutch or gear changes. I remember last time I rode this, I felt like it worked quite well in drive and I didn't really need to override it much. But if you want to, you got the old flappy paddles here on the left, so gear it up, gear it down. Okay, so we'll just nip it round the island. It's a chilly 6 degrees on the 6th of February, but the sun's out and it is a lovely, lovely day. Yeah, it holds a cracking eye. You can see why these bikes are so popular. They just do everything right. So here we are, second gear. It's dropped it to third, so we'll kick it down. That's nice, isn't it? Lovely and smooth. Back brake's a bit fresh. Let's have a look. So here we are, NC750X. Let's get us ride it. As you can see, it's not a tall bike. Looks okay though, doesn't it? On we get. So this was on about the cutout here. It's quite wide at the top. I can just about get my legs under it. Brakes easy. It's one of them that gets more comfortable the more you ride it, to be fair. Initially it felt a bit dinky, but now I'm on it, it feels quite nice. It's a bike I've always liked this. Should have a close look. Here we go. I'm struggling with shadows. I know it's nice to come out in the sun and the bikes look much better, but we get shadows, that's the problem. But what do you reckon? As you can see, the sides where the Honda logo is, a bit more slab-sidey. Everything else seems okay, doesn't it? So here we are. For this new model now, the one thing they have done is they've put the TFT dash on. Fabulous. It's the same one across most of the Honda range. It's a lovely dash, can't fault it, does everything it says on the tin. We've got a little dicky screen. I believe you have to buy the upgrade adjustable one so as you can move it. This has got nuts and bolts, so it's an Allen key job. So coming across. The usual style mirrors, Honda mirrors, span adjustable, hydraulic front brake, start stop all in one button. Here's your DCT, neutral, drive or manual. Hazard warning. Across to the side, here's the weird handbrake affair. You just pull it up to put it on, press the button to switch it off. Ever so easy, it works well. I would have preferred that style on my NT rather than the pull round handle, which I don't really like. As we say, we got the same old wing mirrors, round the front here, we've got the floppy paddles, front and back, pass light, mode button. This is all to the trips and everything. Horn, little dicky horn. The indicator, fairly tactile, works easy. Modes, you push the button once and it goes to sport mode. Push it again, rain mode. Again, you've got a user which you can configure, and again you've got a user 2 which you configure. So I'm going to leave it in standard for a while. So we'll start it up. Not the loudest of bikes, is it? But it's a commuter, come scratcher, come tourer, come all-rounder. Let's have a listen at the back. Here we go. Doesn't sound so bad at the back, does it? I'm going to show you the cubbyhole. Now then, these are often called a frunk, which is a front trunk. So you turn the key to the right, open it up. Now that is bigger than normal. So I'll put my hand in to give you some perspective. It goes all the way down. Got a bit of a toolkit going on there. So you put your helmet in with the visor that way. Back, front. Okay, I shan't put mine in because it's got cameras and all sorts attached. Not bad, works well. You turn the key the other way and the rear seat pops open. Okay, we're open. We've got bonnet catch, fuel tank. Keeps the weight nice and low, works well. So you just lift the seat slightly, pull the bonnet catch up, drop it down. Ain't a bad looker really, is it? Sounds okay, with a bit of a pipe on, sounds even fruitier. Okay, the all new 2025 updated model Honda NC750X. Using the same 745C liquid cooled 8-valve parallel twin, giving a modest 58 brake horsepower at 6,000 revs, so it's quite a low rever. 51 foot-pounds at 4,700, very useful, and a 17.1 litre tank. It'll give you around 81 miles per gallon if you ride it sensible. They are very, very frugal. Fairly low average, 802mm seat height, 216 kilograms wet. Right, so what sort of tyres we got on it? So the tyres, on the front, we got a 120/70/17 mid-seller 2 Rance Next. Cracking little tyres, do the job well. We've got conventional 41mm shower tellies. They're just standard right way round forks, no problems at all. We got brand new for this year, twin 296mm discs with a 2-piston badge Nissan caliper. 6-speed chain drive. On the rear, we've got a 160/60/17 Metzeler 2 Rance tyre with a single shock hidden down below there. Can you see it? Fairly conventional brake on the back. We've got a single 240mm disc with a 1-piston Nissan caliper, and down below we got the affair for the handbrake. Simple job, dead easy to adjust. You just slacken off the locking nut and pinch up that little outside bolt, then put the locking nut again. They do tend to wear, you have to keep your eye on the pads. Cannon launcher on the side. It's had a mild restyle, of course. As I said, you can see the fairing, or the headlamp nacelle, whatever you want to call it, is slightly more slabby looking. I quite like it, to be fair. So what we got? We got updated DCT, LEDs all round, brand new TFT. It's got a bit of everything, isn't it? The twin discs are good, ain't they? One thing it hasn't got, and I don't know why, Honda insist on not fitting a cruise control. Now, they put a cruise control on the Forza 750, and they've put a cruise control on the ADV, which is basically the same bike. They're a bit more expensive, but I don't think a cruise control would cost a lot. And for me, it would be a game changer. It would make this a really desirable all-rounder. Anyway, let's give it a bit of thrash. Okay then, YouTube, we're back. I'm straight on at the island in the 50. Like I said, I'm a walk round, crying out for cruise control. Okay, so I've got to alter my route a little bit. There's police cars, fire engines and all sorts down there. I'm not going to get to do my usual route, so a little bit of improvisation. So first of all, we're in the National. Here we go. So we're straight up to 60, no problem at all, slight downhill. Okay, so it's holding a lovely line. I've let a lot of the traffic go. Let's see what rainbow's like up the hill. It's okay, it's okay. Right, sports, that's far better. Oh, a lot perkier. Oh yeah, much nicer. It's a whole different bike. Once you get it into sport mode, it does really perk it up a bit. I'm not sure whether there's any difference in the power, but it delivers it quicker. So here we go up the hill. Yeah, that works nice. The D mode's lovely. This is probably, I know the Goldwing's amazing, but this is probably one of the best combinations of DCT and engine. The D mode works fantastic. Unlike the Africa Twin and the NT changes up far too soon, you need to be in sport mode, but this is great. Anyway, while we're on this little bit of a stretch, I'll do a bit of a brake check. So here we are, we're all clear. Back brakes. Yeah, it's okay, bit of a stability device. Up again. Here we go, we're all clear, we're doing 45-ish. Front brake. I've got to say, the twin pistons and the two discs work far, far better. So we'll just get round the bend and we'll try front and back. We're all clear, didn't we? Before we get into the 20, well, we can test it out, can't we? Emergency stop. Fantastic. Fantastic. No problem at all. So we're in sport mode, 20 mile an hour, rolling down the hill. There we are. We did overtake a cyclist back there. He was doing about 35. He'll probably come whizzing past us shortly. I'll just let this car come through. Old Merc. He could have said thank you, couldn't he? Anyway, 20 mile an hour. I'm opening my visor because it's quite warm. It's quite warm with the visor shut. In the sun doing 20 with no wind on you. So as a town city bike, drive mode, whether you're in sport, rain or standard, 20 mile an hour it's easy. Absolute doddle. It's a bit easier to do 20 up an hill than it is going down the hill because the momentum of the bike just rolls away. Anyway, here we are into the 30, up to 30. We're going to take a left. Little bit of that brake to steady, nice. Road's a bit moist here. That's a bit a squeeze. When you rev it, you don't really get too much out of it, but you get enough. At 6,000 revs, up to 6,000 revs, it goes really well. There's no point in giving it any more, no over rev if you like. Got a dog here, just give him a bit of space. There we are. How good's that? Straight up to 60, no problem at all. I do think these are fantastic bikes. If there was a bit more leg room, I'd even consider one of these for myself, I tell you. Don't forget, I'm 6'5", I'm 16 stone, I'm a big lad. And most bikes feel small to me, but if you're what we call the average height, say 5'3" to about 5'9", 5'10", this bike is made for you. It's beautiful. Well, I know I can't get that way, so I'm going to turn round on the garage and go back down. Here we go. National.
There we are, 60 mile an hour. The handlebars are a nice position. I wouldn't think you'd need any spacers, razors, movers, anything you like. Comfortable. They feel lovely to the arms. The screen's doing a little bit, but not a lot. I'm probably a bit big for this screen. I'm getting a fair amount of turbulence off it. Put the brakes on, drop it in. That's okay, isn't it? I'll try and find the dry line. There's the dry line. Here we go again. Yeah, lovely. This is about, 60 odd brake. It's about the power you need now on British roads, isn't it? Do you really need any more than 60 brake? 60 brake will get you up to 60 mile an hour without trying. It'll let you do overtakes. Look at this. Slow riding, easy. So here we go. We're going to drop back into that lovely little 20 zone. A lot of people find this, the frunk, very, very useful. You don't need a top box, you see. If you want to just put your helmet in, stick your helmet in. If you want to pick a bit of shopping up, just chuck it in the frunk. Because there's a lot of people who are anti-top box, I know. I like a top box because I like to put stuff in. I don't like to have the rucksack on my back all the time. Sometimes I'd like to chuck the rucksack in the top box and have some nice easy free shoulders, but the frunk's a big help. I'm not actually sure if my Rookie would fit in the frunk. I think it probably would actually. Anyway, just get through this this 20 zone. Thank you very much, sir. Mrs. Thank you very much, sir. Mrs. Anyway, so I think I'd leave it in sport pretty much all the time. I don't think you need a rain mode, do you, at 60 brake horsepower. One thing this bike does need desperately is heated grips. No cruise control, no heated grips. Here we go, we've got a bit better dry road here. Let's drop it in. As I say, up to legal speeds, 60 brakes. That's fantastic. Throttle's pretty good. No lag, no lurch. If you were looking for a bit of an all-rounder, a bit of a do-it-all, to be honest, you couldn't really do no worse than this. This is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good indeed. You can tell I like this bike, can't you? Everything about it's good. The balance is good. The engine's good. Gearbox is good. It's a good package. It's a good price. It's a couple of £100 more than last year. But you've got twin discs. Slightly improved DCT. Better colours. Yeah, I'm having a ball. Here we go, up the hill. Oh, there's more than enough power. Here we are. Smack on 60, 4,500 revs. I hope you're getting some sound. As I say, I'm getting quite a lot of wind noise on my helmet. Yeah, that handling's lovely. The tyres are brand new, of course. They're nice and round. I love new round tyres, I really do. Anyway, we're going to drop into the 50 for the island, and we'll give it a bit of a dual carriageway third gear roll on. Here we are. I've not once touched the flappy paddles, not once. Now on my NT or the AT, I do tend to play around with the gears and chop and change just to get rid of that lumpiness. Although it's got 100 and odd brake horsepower, the NT, the engines can feel a bit lumpier compared to this. This is very smooth, and sometimes you can just feel yourself in the wrong gear and you just dab the flappy paddles. But this full automatic, this is an automatic motorbike. It is fantastic. Here we go. What are we in? Third gear at 40. Let's pull it back. No more than 6. We don't need 6. 5,000 revs gets us up to 70. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, you can sit on the motorway at 70 mile an hour. Like I say, what am I doing? 3,500 revs at 72 on the clock, which is about 68. Fabulous. We'll move over a lane. I've just throttled off. It's dropped into 5th itself. 4th itself. I'm going to put a bit of brakeage on, and it drops into 3rd. How good's that? I've got to say my pinkies are a bit cold. It's proper heated grips weather. So there we go, 2nd gear off the island, start to squeeze up the hill. There we go. 70 mile an hour, 5,000 revs. Up the hill, and as I say, this is a steeper hill than it looks. I'm just going to throttle back. So when I drop to about 50, the wind blasts more bearable. So there you have it. What do you think? It's a bike I really do like. I think it's got a lot going for it. And I think for a few £100 more, they could have put heated grips on it, an adjustable screen on it, and a cruise control, and it would have been probably one of the perfect all-rounders. Okay, I don't think I'd want to take a pillion on it, but it ain't the sort of bike you do. But if you was a solo tourer, this could be fantastic. But why should you have to put the extras on yourself? Come on, Honda, up the game. It's 2025, adjustable screen, heated grips, cruise control, and you'll have a mega bike for a few extra quid. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed me waffle. I've enjoyed riding this, I've enjoyed waffling. So if you've enjoyed it, click on the like, it does help. It really helps if you click on that like, if you subscribe, if you ring the bell. All these things really help. Anyway, ask me a question, I don't really mind. There's a few bikes here now, look. Anyway, here we are. Thank you, damn rules. I've enjoyed riding this. This is the Lofty Biker saying ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.